Genesis 6, a cryptic chapter shrouded in mystery. It's a story that has puzzled theologians, historians, and conspiracy theorists alike for centuries. The Bible tells us about the sons of God who descended from the heavens and intermingled with human women. Their offspring, the Nephilim, a race of giants who roamed the ancient world. But who were these celestial beings? Were they angels, divine beings, or something else entirely? The answers, like pieces of a celestial puzzle, lie scattered across time and shrouded in ambiguity. Genesis 6 challenges our understanding of the past, hinting at a time when the lines between gods and humans were blurred. It whispers of forbidden unions and extraordinary beings, leaving us to grapple with its profound implications. What events transpired in those enigmatic days? What secrets lie hidden within the verses of Genesis 6? To unravel this enigma, we must journey back to the dawn of civilization, to a time when myths and reality intertwined. This is a tale of ancient astronauts, forbidden knowledge, and the enduring mystery of our origins. Our quest for answers leads us to the cradle of civilization, ancient Mesopotamia. Here, in the ruins of Sumer, we encounter echoes of the Genesis narrative in the tales of the Anunnaki. These powerful deities, whose names mean those who from heaven to earth came, played a pivotal role in Sumerian mythology. The Anunnaki were not distant, uninvolved gods. They were active participants in human affairs, shaping our world and influencing the course of history. They were credited with bestowing knowledge upon humanity, teaching us the arts of agriculture, writing, and governance. But their interactions with humans were not always benevolent. Sumerian texts speak of a time when the Anunnaki interbred with humans, giving rise to a race of demigods. These tales bear a striking resemblance to the biblical account of the sons of God and the Nephilim. Could these ancient myths be fragments of a forgotten history, a time when beings from the stars walked among us? The parallels between Genesis 6 and the Sumerian accounts are too profound to ignore. As we delve deeper into these ancient narratives, we begin to uncover a hidden chapter in the human story, a chapter that challenges our understanding of the past and raises profound questions about our place in the cosmos. To comprehend the enigma of Genesis 6, we must first understand its place within the grand tapestry of the Bible. Genesis, meaning beginning or origin, serves as the foundational book of the Hebrew Bible and the Christian Old Testament. It is a book of beginnings, laying out the origins of the cosmos, Earth, and humanity itself. It is a story told in epochs, each chapter a testament to the grand design of a divine creator. Within this tapestry, Genesis 6 emerges as a pivotal chapter, marking a turning point in the narrative. It disrupts the idyllic image of Eden, introducing a discordant note into the symphony of creation. The events of Genesis 6 cast a long shadow over the biblical narrative, their ramifications echoing throughout the generations that follow. Genesis is not merely a collection of stories, it is a chronicle of humanity's relationship with the divine. It speaks of covenants made and broken, of obedience and rebellion, of love and loss. It is against this backdrop that we must approach Genesis 6, seeking to understand its message within the broader context of the biblical narrative. The early chapters of Genesis paint a vivid picture of the dawn of creation. We witness the earth taking shape from a formless void, transformed by the divine word into a vibrant tapestry of life. The creation of humanity, formed in the image of God, marks the pinnacle of this creative outpouring. Adam and Eve, the first humans, are entrusted with the care of this pristine paradise, living in harmony with nature and their creator. Yet, this idyllic existence is short-lived. The serpent, a cunning and deceptive creature, enters the Garden of Eden, tempting Eve with the promise of forbidden knowledge. The serpent's deception leads to the first sin, a transgression that shatters the harmony of Eden and sets in motion a chain of events with far-reaching consequences. The fall, as it is known, marks a pivotal moment in human history. It represents a departure from innocence, a descent into a world marred by sin and suffering. It is against this backdrop of Paradise Lost that the stage is set for the enigmatic events of Genesis 6. Following the fall, humanity begins to multiply and spread across the earth. However, the serpent's shadow lingers, its venom poisoning the hearts of men and women. The world, once a pristine paradise, begins to reflect the darkness that has taken root in the human soul. Violence and corruption become rampant, a testament to the fallen nature of humankind. It is within this context of moral decay that the stage is set for the arrival of the sons of God. Their descent from the heavens disrupts the established order, blurring the lines between the divine and the human. Who are these celestial beings, and what is their purpose in venturing into the realm of mortals? The arrival of the sons of God marks a significant turning point in the Genesis narrative, raising more questions than answers. Their presence hints at a hidden history, a time when the boundaries between the heavens and earth were more permeable. To unravel this mystery, we must delve deeper into the text, exploring the various interpretations of these celestial beings and their impact on the course of human history. The phrase "sons of God" echoes throughout the Old Testament, often shrouded in mystery and open to interpretation. In some instances, it refers to righteous individuals, those who walk in God's ways and reflect His divine nature. These individuals, through their deeds and devotion, earn the title Sons of God, signifying their spiritual kinship with the divine. However, in the context of Genesis 6, the term takes on a more enigmatic quality. These sons of God are not simply righteous humans. Their actions suggest a different order of being, one that transcends the earthly realm. Their descent from the heavens, their attraction to the daughters of men, and the extraordinary nature of their offspring all point toward a supernatural origin. Could these sons of God be angelic beings, messengers from the divine realm, who for reasons unknown ventured into the world of mortals? The Bible offers glimpses of angels interacting with humans, sometimes delivering messages, intervening in human affairs, or even engaging in combat. Their presence in the biblical narrative adds a layer of wonder and mystery, hinting at a realm beyond our own, where supernatural forces hold sway. The concept of fallen angels, those who rebelled against God and were cast out of heaven, adds another layer of complexity to the Genesis 6 narrative. This interpretation, while popular in some circles, raises questions about the nature of angelic beings and the potential consequences of their disobedience. If these sons of God were indeed fallen angels, their actions in Genesis 6 take on a more sinister tone. Their union with human women could be seen as a violation of the natural order, a transgression that further corrupted an already fallen world. The offspring of these unions, the Nephilim, would then represent a hybrid race born of both heaven and earth, yet bearing the taint of their father's rebellion. The idea of angels falling from grace, succumbing to temptation and embracing darkness has captivated theological minds for centuries. It speaks to the fragility of even the most divine creations and the ever-present potential for rebellion against the established order. This interpretation of Genesis 6 paints a picture of a world where the lines between good and evil, heaven and earth, become blurred, leading to consequences that reverberate throughout history. Section 3. The Sethite interpretation, a lineage tainted. Another interpretation of the sons of God identifies them as descendants of Seth, the righteous son of Adam and Eve. This view, often favored by those seeking a less supernatural explanation, suggests that the sons of God were not celestial beings, but rather a line of humans who remained faithful to God amidst a world consumed by wickedness. According to this interpretation, the daughters of men represent the descendants of Cain, the first murderer, whose lineage became increasingly corrupt over time. The intermarriage of the Sethites with the Cainites, while seemingly a union of two human lines, symbolized a spiritual compromise, a mingling of the righteous with the wicked. This interpretation, while less dramatic than the fallen angel theory, still highlights the dangers of spiritual compromise and the importance of maintaining a separation between good and evil. The Nephilim, in this context, represent the offspring of this forbidden union, a generation born with the potential for both righteousness and wickedness woven into their very being. Section 4. Kings and Rulers, an Earthly Explanation. Some scholars propose a more grounded interpretation of the sons of God in Genesis 6, identifying them as powerful kings or rulers who, fueled by their authority, took wives from among the common people. This view emphasizes the social and political dynamics of the time, suggesting that the passage reflects the abuses of power prevalent in ancient societies. In this interpretation, the sons of God are not divine beings, but rather men who, through their lineage and position, wielded significant influence. Their actions, while reprehensible, are seen as a reflection of human nature, corrupted by power and driven by lust and self-gratification. The Nephilim, in this context, represent the offspring of these unions, often described as mighty men or men of renown. Their extraordinary strength and prowess, rather than being attributed to divine parentage, are seen as a result of their privileged upbringing and the advantages bestowed upon them by their powerful fathers. This interpretation, while stripping away the supernatural elements, still offers a cautionary tale about the corrupting influence of power and the importance of wielding authority with justice and restraint. Section 1. The Anunnaki, Lords of the Sky and Earth. Our journey into the enigma of Genesis 6 now leads us to the heart of ancient Mesopotamia, to the land of Sumer, where echoes of celestial beings and their interactions with humanity resonate through the corridors of time. Here we encounter the Anunnaki, a pantheon of deities whose stories, etched on clay tablets and whispered through millennia, bear a striking resemblance to the biblical account of the sons of God. The Anunnaki, whose name translates to those who from heaven to earth came, were not distant, ethereal beings content to observe humanity from afar. Sumerian texts depict them as active participants in the affairs of both heaven and earth, shaping the destiny of humankind and leaving an indelible mark on the tapestry of civilization. Their arrival on Earth, according to Sumerian mythology, was not a random occurrence, but a deliberate mission, driven by a need for resources and a desire to shape the world according to their own design. These powerful deities were credited with bestowing upon humanity the gifts of civilization, teaching us the arts of agriculture, writing, and governance. They were the architects of cities, the patrons of kings, and the source of both knowledge and law. Yet their relationship with humanity was not without its complexities and conflicts. The Sumerian tales are replete with stories of love and betrayal, obedience and rebellion, as the Anunnaki grappled with their role as both creators and rulers of humankind. Section 2. The Sumerian Pantheon, a cosmic drama. The Anunnaki were not a monolithic entity, but rather a complex society with its own hierarchy, rivalries and intricate relationships. At the helm of this celestial court stood Anu, the sky god, a distant and enigmatic figure who ruled over the heavens. Below him resided Enlil, the god of wind and storm, a powerful and often tempestuous deity who played a pivotal role in shaping the destiny of both gods and humans. Enki, the god of wisdom and water, occupied a unique position within the pantheon. Known for his cunning, his thirst for knowledge, and his compassion for humanity, Enki often found himself at odds with his fellow deities, particularly his brother Enlil. It was Enki who, according to Sumerian mythology, played a key role in the creation of humankind, fashioning humans from the clay of the earth to serve as laborers for the gods. The relationships between these powerful deities played out on a cosmic stage, their actions shaping the fate of humankind and influencing the course of history. Love, betrayal, ambition, and revenge were woven into the fabric of their narratives, creating a rich and complex mythology that continues to captivate and inspire. Section 3. Echoes of Genesis, a shared narrative. As we delve deeper into the Sumerian myths, we encounter striking parallels with the biblical account of Genesis 6. The Anunnaki, like the sons of God, are depicted as celestial beings who descended from the heavens and interacted with humanity. Both narratives speak of forbidden unions between these divine beings and human women, resulting in the birth of extraordinary offspring. The Nephilim, described in Genesis as mighty men and men of renown, find their counterparts in the Sumerian demigods, offspring of the Anunnaki, who inherited a portion of their divine power and played significant roles in Mesopotamian mythology. These parallels, while intriguing, raise more questions than answers. Were the authors of Genesis drawing upon older Mesopotamian traditions, weaving them into their own narratives, or do these shared themes point to a deeper, more ancient truth? A time when the boundaries between the heavens and earth were blurred, and beings from the stars walked among us. While the connections between Genesis 6 and the Sumerian myths are compelling, it is essential to approach them with a critical eye. The interpretation of ancient texts is a complex endeavor, fraught with challenges and open to multiple perspectives. Section 1. Chariots of the Gods, the Ancient Astronaut Theory. The parallels between Genesis 6, Sumerian mythology, and other ancient texts have fueled a fascinating, albeit controversial theory, the Ancient Astronaut Theory. Proponents of this theory suggest that extraterrestrial beings visited Earth in the distant past, influencing the course of human history and leaving their mark on our myths and legends. Could the sons of God and the Anunnaki be remnants of these ancient encounters, misinterpreted through the lens of mythology and religious belief? The ancient astronaut theory gained significant traction in the 20th century, popularized by authors like Erich von Däniken, whose book Chariots of the Gods presented compelling, albeit often speculative, interpretations of archaeological evidence and ancient texts. Von Däniken and others argued that ancient structures like the pyramids of Egypt, Stonehenge and the Nazca Lines were beyond the technological capabilities of primitive civilizations and must have been constructed with extraterrestrial assistance. While mainstream archaeology and history often dismiss these claims, citing alternative explanations for the construction of these monuments, the ancient astronaut theory continues to capture the imagination, offering a tantalizing glimpse into a past where the lines between science fiction and reality become blurred. It challenges us to consider the possibility that we are not alone in the universe, and that our history may be more intertwined with extraterrestrial influences than we realize. Section 2. Evidence and Interpretation, Deciphering the Past. The ancient astronaut theory, while intriguing, rests heavily on interpretation, often relying on circumstantial evidence and subjective readings of ancient texts. Critics argue that proponents of the theory often cherry-pick evidence to fit their narrative, ignoring alternative explanations and overlooking the cultural and historical context in which these ancient texts were written. For example, the depiction of the Anunnaki in Sumerian art, often cited as evidence of their extraterrestrial origin, can also be interpreted as symbolic representations of these deities' power and authority, rather than literal depictions of their physical appearance. Similarly, the technological feats attributed to ancient civilizations, while impressive, can often be explained through a combination of ingenuity, resourcefulness, and sheer manpower, without resorting to extraterrestrial intervention. The challenge lies in separating fact from fiction, evidence from interpretation. While the ancient astronaut theory raises fascinating questions about our past and our place in the cosmos, it is essential to approach these claims with a healthy dose of skepticism, demanding rigorous evidence and acknowledging the limitations of our current understanding. Section 3. The Enduring Mystery, a Legacy of Wonder. Whether or not we accept the ancient astronaut theory, the enduring mystery of Genesis 6 and the Anunnaki serves as a powerful reminder of the boundless capacity of the human imagination. These ancient narratives, passed down through generations, continue to captivate and inspire, fueling our curiosity about the unknown and our place in the grand tapestry of the cosmos. The stories of celestial beings interacting with humanity, of forbidden unions and extraordinary offspring, resonate deeply within us, tapping into a primal fascination with the supernatural and the mysteries that lie beyond our grasp. They remind us that the universe is a vast and enigmatic place, filled with wonders yet to be discovered and truths that may forever elude our understanding. While we may never know for certain the true nature of the sons of God or the Anunnaki, the very act of seeking answers, of exploring ancient texts and piecing together fragments of the past, enriches our understanding of the human experience. It is in the pursuit of knowledge, in the journey itself, that we often find the most profound discoveries, not necessarily in the definitive answers we seek. Section 1. The enduring allure of the unknown. The mysteries of Gennesis 6 and the Anunnaki, much like the vastness of space itself, continue to beckon us, their allure undiminished by time and skepticism. These ancient narratives, woven into the fabric of human history and myth, speak to a deep-seated fascination with the unknown, a yearning to connect with something greater than ourselves. The human mind, wired for pattern recognition and narrative, seeks explanations for the unexplainable, striving to make sense of the world around us and our place within it. The ancient astronaut theory, while often relegated to the fringes of scientific inquiry, offers a tantalizing, albeit controversial, explanation for these enduring mysteries. It suggests that our ancestors, gazing up at the night sky, may have witnessed something truly extraordinary, something that defied their understanding and became enshrined in their myths and legends. The allure of the ancient astronaut theory lies not necessarily in its veracity, but in its capacity to ignite our imaginations, to challenge conventional thinking, and to push the boundaries of what we believe to be possible. It reminds us that the universe is a vast and mysterious place, and our understanding of it, like the universe itself, is constantly expanding. Section 2. Beyond the Stars, Reflections on Humanity and the Divine. Whether we interpret Gennesis 6 and the Anunnaki through a religious, mythological, or scientific lens, these narratives ultimately offer profound reflections on the human condition and our relationship with the divine. They speak of creation and destruction, obedience and rebellion, knowledge and its consequences. They challenge us to confront our own mortality, our place in the grand scheme of things, and the nature of the forces that shape our destiny. The concept of celestial beings interacting with humanity, whether benevolent or malevolent, raises questions about the nature of power, the limits of free will, and the consequences of our actions. It forces us to grapple with the possibility that we are not the sole architects of our own fate, that there may be forces at work beyond our comprehension, influencing the course of history and guiding us towards an unknown destiny. The search for meaning in these ancient narratives is ultimately a deeply personal one. It is a journey that takes us inward, forcing us to confront our own beliefs, our doubts, and our deepest fears and aspirations. It is a journey that transcends the boundaries of time and space, connecting us to the generations that came before us and the mysteries that will continue to captivate generations to come.